Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dennis from Crypto Planet, also the Crypto Jew here and on Twitter, and going to do an updated ARK analysis. I know I did one a few days ago, but I'm going to do one from a different perspective, and we're also going to talk a little bit about staking ARK and how exactly you can do that. Now, I can't show you my ARK wallet myself. Based off of the way that the ARK wallet is designed, you're not able to actually screen record with the ARK wallet up. At least that's been my experience with it. So I'm just going to explain how you do it. It's pretty simple. Once you buy your ARK, you want to transfer it to your wallet and you want to vote for a delegate. Now, there's a way to see what delegates are most profitable, which delegates are most reliable. That's something you definitely want to pick and choose with how you do that. I use Rave Lou. I'm going to write down his name so you guys can see that. Rave Lou. So that's the delegate I stake with. I'll put a link down below to where you guys can check out all the ARK delegates, and you'll make about 10% a year on your ARK. So that's great about buying ARK now, is that you'll get a consistent 10% increase in the amount of ARK that you have every single year, and that's fantastic since you're buying it at such cheap prices. Like you bought 10% more to have in a year from now, which is great. And you keep compounding that, and you keep growing your amount of ARK. That's one thing I love about ARK. So yeah, that's something very important. Hope you guys enjoyed that discussion. Let's go into the analysis. So right over here, I have an ABC I drew out for the entire descent of ARK from the $12 region, right around $12. Well, actually, on this chart, it went to around $10.70. But on some exchanges, it went to close to $12, or maybe even a little bit higher, I believe. So we'll use this chart anyway. This is the 3-day chart based off of CoinMarketCap's data. And this chart doesn't go to as high as it was on certain exchanges, and it also doesn't go to as low as it was on certain exchanges. So on an exchange like Binance, I believe it even went as low as like 5.8 cents. So right around this zone right here, which is the bottom of the box, which brings us right around to this support over here. So it went right down to this demand zone all the way over here, which is important because this is a major demand zone, and this is where I would expect some sort of bottom. Because if you guys look, this is right around where ARK started pumping. Once we got higher than this area right here, which we are now, we're actually higher than that, which is great to see. One thing I want to point out is from this zone right over here, we had an increase of about 17,248%. So let's write that down. I'm just going to put a little arrow there. Just to show what happened when we reached this demand zone previously. Well, not that we reached it, but when we were in this demand zone previously, back in April 2017, before the massive bull run that we saw. I'm going to put out a few other important support and resistance zones. So this right here, as you guys can see, we had a few times over here, right over here, right over here, and right over here where price found that to be resistance and to be support. I'm just going to drag this across. And as you guys can see, if I bring it down a little, we also found resistance, support here, support here, support here, resistance here, and resistance here as well. So this is a very significant zone that we should watch out for upon the breakout of here. And once we get past here, that'd be a very good sign because we don't really have too many other strong resistance zones after that. We have one right here, which is around $2 zone. It's around $2 and change, $2.20 something cents. It's a strong zone, and as you guys can see, we had a bearish head and shoulders pattern that was created right here. And that is what gave us our initial drop. See that? That's what gave us our drop all the way down to here. So that right here is a very strong resistance that in the long term we do want to get up past, which I do believe we will. So I'm going to put down another resistance zone right here. Let's say this entire area is some sort of resistance. So these are zones that we want to watch out for in the long term. And history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So that's why this zone right over here is pretty important. Now that we have bounced back from here, we're looking to see where we go next. If we head back to here, which we can expect hopefully that area to hold and for us to bounce off again. Now that we have broken from around this area, let's see how much we have increased since then. So we did have about a 200% increase since that bottom, which is pretty huge. So we could see that we had a 17,250% increase from here previously, and we just had another 200% increase from here again. So I wouldn't be surprised if we test this area again in order to have an even larger increase that would bring us to around that zone. Now, if we do test this area again, and we do reach here, that'd be around a 500% increase. And I believe on the second retest, we would probably break right through this. So on the next retest of this zone, I would expect we break through and eventually target the 90 to around $1 resistance. And this is something that most people are not really going to be expecting, as people are pretty bearish on the crypto market right now. In order for this to happen, I'd expect us to see a bit of a break in the global economy dropping, and I'd expect to see crypto decoup from following that for the time being. But one other important pattern that I want to point out is possibly a channel pattern. Let's see. We could possibly see some sort of channel that formed right over here. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this. Or if you bring it lower, that would make more sense in my opinion. A channel of this lower price action. It's not exactly perfect, but I would like to see a break of that as well. And that would signal, well, that would coincide with this break as well. Maybe we can see something like this. We have that bounce off of the lower part, maybe a bit of a move down, or even something like this, which is what we see a lot with these sort of breakouts. You have a move above the breakout region of the channel or the bull flag or whatever it may be. You have a retest that goes underneath, and then you have the next move up. So I'd expect to see probably something like that. And if you guys want to stay up to date on this analysis, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to give this video a like and check out my free Telegram down below. While it's still free, make sure to join. And also make sure to give me a follow on Twitter. That way you guys never miss any of the analysis that I post there as well. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care.